I'm just here. I feel like showing you guys a little thing that I'm doing it, and it's about layering in a session. A whole session I have. I'm just adding a little movements in the track. It's a R&B reggae vibe. Many of you probably familiar with this track, but I'm doing some work with it. Just want to add a little mute bubble on it, just to add some movements in it because it's smooth, and I feel it could take a little movement in it and thing. So I did some hi-hat works just to add some ghost notes. So now I'm just adding some mute guitar in it. So the reason why I'm showing you this video, it's mainly based on layering. All right, so as many of you guys know, I'm using Contact 5 with this Penthouse guitar, mute guitar. All right, it's a very nice guitar by itself, and but it doesn't bend, do much bending because it's dry. It's cut off, so it can't bend like if I want to use my pitch bend. It's not so pronounced, if you understand what I'm saying, all right. You can't hear much of the bend because the sound cut off. It doesn't decay or sustain as long. So what I'm doing, trick that I'm doing, I love the guitar, the mute sound. So I'm gonna use it, and I'm layering it with something from my Yamaha Mode X8. So I layered a few guitar, clean guitar, and some mute guitar, maybe 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. All right, so this is what I have. And when we go in the lower range, you can hear the bend taking place. All right, so it sustains. All right, so I kind of use it in a dark, the darker tones. All right, for this one to kind of blend with the mute guitar. So that's basically the what the video is about, tutorial is about. All right, so it's about layering. So I have this dry guitar, mute guitar. Sometimes it cut out because it's just some MIDI thing layering there. So it's kind of only when I export it, when I'm done and I remove the layers, you hear the actual real tone from this mute guitar, because you have maybe 5-6 layers of MIDI coming down. I don't know how to fix that. All right, so after I play it and I'm done, I will go inside and remove the extra layer of MIDI notes, so it sounds even better than playing live. You can hear it choking here because when I strike one note, it's like octave on top of octave, a lot of different instances. All right, but anyway, this is the dry nice MIDI tone. You can hear it, a little delay on it as well. You can add some wah to it as well. Authentic reggae mute guitar. You can hear it as is, very authentic. You can add some drive and stuff. So if you don't know about this mute guitar, you guys can go and check it out. It's free from Penthouse. All right, it's called Mute and Slap. All right, so I can't believe it's free, but anyway, give thanks. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and run some mute guitar on this track and see what we can get. So I'm just gonna keep it simple for the first chorus. All right, so I'm gonna excel as we go and kind of make it more hyper as we go along to kind of going in transitioning in the climax down in the vamp. All right, so let's go. So that's basically, all right, you can hear it. So we're gonna record 2 of them, both MIDI and audio. So later on we will quantize it, and then we can start blend the layer. Then we can start affecting those high slap tones on the clean guitar that I blend in the mode X here, and kind of filter out some of the high energy. All right, so let's go ahead and all right, let's go. All right, so I didn't even waste any time. As you can hear, a lot of errors in my playing and so forth. Um, but I didn't even bother stop just to give you the, I guess the whole gist of what I'm doing. All right, so I'm not gonna slow up this things. I'm gonna do this, play this over by the way. But anyway, so what I would do now, I would go in and remove the extra. Alright, so I will go in and remove the extra layers. So let me just open this MIDI window for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's zoom down a bit. If I zoom down, you can see clearly, you see some MIDI notes, they are dark and some are lighter underneath. So it's multiple MIDI note going down, striking the whole thing, just messing up the whole process. Alright, so and if I zoom, you can see, oh, this is a better definition. So you can see how many notes playing, and they're not even playing at once. It's lagging and all of that. So that's kind of give me a lot of humbug. So I can't even play with a real feel, because it's just not So you know, the feel is not there when playing. So, but I get used to it to just, you know, block it out. All right. So what I would do in Pro Tools is just go in and just hit Command A, and then I would just go to options, and then I would go down to, no, I would go to events. Sorry, my bad. I would go to event, and then I would go and hit remove duplicate notes. All right, so let me zoom back to where I had it first, and then I do it, and you see how it removed the extra notes. So I would just go ahead, and I would have to do more than once. All right, so that's it. So it remove the extra notes. All right, so then you can see that we only have single notes now. So I would just go back, and I don't mind quantizing and just tighten this. All right, so I will go and quantize it, and now we have the MIDI by itself. So let's do a solo and hear what it sounds like. All right, so I'm gonna have to play with the velocity because you need to find that sweet spot. For me, all right, some of you that have good solid computer won't have to do this. All right, let's go ahead. All right, so let me just go ahead and take down these slappy notes in my MIDI. So you see, it's a lot of work, you know, for me, for whatever the issue. All right, so let's go find that sweet spot, and this kind of take away from the feel to the velocity and the dynamic, you know. So I'm finding the sweet spots, adding the sweet spots there, right? Put those in the sweet spot, you know. All right, so let's go to the other guitar now. All right, so let's go to Beat Detective and just quantize this as well, so we can have it tight. All right, all right. I think my guitar move here. All right, so the blend is not right here, right? So, but you guys get the whole idea, and that's the purpose of the video. So you guys have to play with whatever you have to play with to get it. If you have a workstation like mine and you want to do this kind of layering, all right, so you have to go ahead and blend the tone. So I'm gonna do this over for sure and blend these both of these together in the workstation, then I blend this the other one. But the idea is to keep the Penthouse guitar on top, alright, because it just have a real authentic feel, you know. Alright. Alright, so you can hear we have a nice guitar tone already, and I just came up starting out, so I'm gonna do my tweaking to get it even closer, you know, even with my playing. Let's go to the bend notes and here. Alright, and I wouldn't play it this way either. To add so much bending, I would maybe add it, you know, every other, you know, just alternate it a bit. Alright, let's go back to this. Alright, so yeah, so definitely I would do something not so much, you know. Alright, so let's just so we can, this is another mute guitar here, we could push this one here. Alright, this one have a little grit, you know. This is another one, and this is the clean guitar, which I think I'm gonna filter inside the workstation before I do any filtering there, because it has this kind of the tone itself, but it has a lot of bite on the top, so and I don't want that. Alright. Alright, so if we mute blend them, this Penthouse guitar keeps, when I mess with the volume on my workstation here, it mess with the volume here, so I keep after turning it back up. Alright, then we can go down with it some more. Alright, so I might even find a better guitar than the clean guitar that I'm using. That isn't biting that much up there, you know, on the top. Alright, so that's basically it. I wouldn't do it here. Here. Alright, so that's it for another video. Alright, so this is just quick guitar layering, and this is what I do with organs, whatever. You gotta you know, envision what you wanna hear and try your best to get it. If you don't get it in the software only, then you can try blending it with this. Also, I use different instruments. Sometimes I use Omnisphere, expand, and blend or whatever instrument I have from Contact, whatever, and I would layer the sounds and blend them to get those the big lushy sounds that you guys been asking about for years. All right, so internally, externally. All right, so I do software and hardware. Sometimes I layer just softwares. All right, and get a nice balance. All right, so yeah, bless up, big up, enough respect, and remember to check out Smarlax Music Productions, smarlaxmp.com website for beats. Please, guys, share the videos and um, let people know about the website. All right, one hand wash the other. Always bless up, enough love.